about the study tour through a Chinese lecture. In like the third week or so, we had a representative from Confucius come in and introduce himself on the tour as well. And I found it really interesting. I really wanted to get to learn more about Chinese culture and practice my language skills, so I thought it'd be a good idea to apply.
I got introduced to it from my friend from last year, and she recommended that experience to me, and then there was like a cultural language experience which I was interested in, and I had the opportunity to go to Shanghai, so that's like one of the reasons why I really wanted to do it.
Well, I've heard about the study tour from the Chinese lecture that I had. Initially I thought maybe I wouldn't get it, but I was like, let's just give it a shot, and with a bit of my friend Will's encouragement, I was like, yeah, let's go for it. So that's the reason why I applied, and I did want to learn more about Chinese culture as well, and so I did want to see the development, because you hear about it all the time, like how China is expanding so quickly. So I thought, yeah.
So before flying out to Shanghai, I believed I was going to be sitting in some language classes, learning a bit about culture and having a bit of time in the afternoon to explore Shanghai. But once I got there, we had a whole 2 weeks. There's a lot of room for freedom for us to go on and explore the city ourselves. But the cultural classes and language classes were still very valuable, so it was a great experience overall.
I did go on the tour. I really enjoyed it. It was so fun. I got to experience heaps of new cultural stuff, got to actually practice my language skills, and it was a really great time, especially because the group really bonded and gelled really well. So I think that helped a lot in my enjoyment throughout the trip.
So I think I expected to learn like a lot more Chinese from the program itself. Everyone that we sort of participated with had like varying levels of Chinese, so I had to go from a base. In terms of that mindset, I recommend the program to people that have already like a established base in Chinese or are interested in Chinese. And also another expectation I had would just be like how foreigner friendly it is. So I didn't know Shanghai was so had like a lot of English translations or had maps to tell you where to go. Getting around wasn't a problem for me. And if you had like the base knowledge of Chinese, like I was able to really like survive almost, yeah, and like find my way around of where I wanted to go.
I think definitely do apply. It's an amazing opportunity to go to China, and it's free, so it's a good thing about it.
Express your interest and to really like demonstrate, say, your past travel experience, which is something they asked in the interview.
Just make sure that you show like you're really culturally interested in what the Chinese have to offer, and it should be sweet. Definitely make sure that you're not being scammed by the taxi drivers. That's like a big one. We did have this experience before.
Lots of times.
Yeah, I think like being with a friend that could speak Chinese definitely helps you in the long run, and I guess like having a plan of where to go always helps as well, and like know your home address so you always have a place to go back to.
I think definitely do allocate a leader to the group, because of course if everyone wants to do different things then it doesn't work. But when you do have consensus, make sure everyone is okay with that, like there's good communication within the group. Yeah.
So after this study tour, I just realized like how useful Chinese is. Again, like especially being Chinese myself, I realized that how important it is to be able to speak it. I do definitely plan to improve my communication skills in Chinese as well. I do want to go back to China, especially in the more rural areas, I guess, because I guess Shanghai is pretty westernized. So are all the major big cities. So I do want to explore the more ancient and cultural part of China.
And I especially found throughout the trip I was kind of relying on other people who did have better language skills than me, but when we separated from the group and there was only a few of us that could speak, I actually got to learn and like use my language, and it was a lot better than I expected. Like we got to places, you know, I asked people questions and it actually went really well. But in the future, I do hope to go back to China, especially I really would like to go study there again. It was such a great experience to go study in an actual university in China and use my language skills, and it was great, yeah.
In terms of the future studies, I think I would actually consider like moving to China and doing like one of those programs, like those short term like 6 month language programs. I think that would be beneficial for me because like once I'm back, I don't have the I guess the motivation or drive to like really pursue it. In terms of like learning the language and experiencing the culture, I think actually being there and being present will help me a lot in terms of my interest in Chinese and also development of my Chinese ability. That's why I think doing a course at uni is like very beneficial. It gets you into a routine of studying, right? I think in the future I would definitely consider that as an option.
So the Confucius Institute offers many wonderful workshops. I'll definitely be getting a chance to experience some of them. Definitely enjoyed the study tour. I'm going to be planning to look to travel to China some more at the end of the year and explore some more cities beyond Shanghai.